Hey, welcome back. All right, so we pretty much wrapped up the cannon, and now we're going to get into doors. We're going to make several different types of doors so that you can kind of understand how we can go from using overlap to be able to manipulate objects, as well as having our first setup interactable. We've already set the interactable capability up on our player, and we created our first BPI to do that for our interface, but we haven't actually implemented that in any objects in the game yet. So we are going to do that, but first we're going to go through a couple other types of doors that could be used inside of your game and in different ways to manipulate them. Let me go ahead and show you what I'm talking about. All right, so let's get the right scene over there. Right here we have several different doors set up in front of us. We have a double door, we have a regular door, which I'm going to swap these around so we can kind of go through them in order, because this one, although it works the same way, it's a little bit more complicated than this very first door right here. We're going to use a volume that is going to, when we overlap it, cause the door to open, and when we leave it, will cause the door to close. So it's sort of an automatic door. So if I hit play, and then roll into this, the door will open, there'll be a sound, and then when I leave it, it'll do the same thing. And then if I move up to it and move away from it, it'll finish opening, and then it'll stay open. If I pass through it, it'll close. Okay. And then the double doors work pretty much the same way, again, but they both open at the same time. This one's a little bit more complicated because we had to create the set of doors here in order for this to work, because these were modified doors. Not a lot of difference between the two. And then we also have a slider door that also uses a volume. Each one of these builds a little bit more on the different uses of the volume, as well as different methods of being able to set up our doors and the different things that we're using. The first two doors we're using rotators. This one we're just using a transform. And then we have our first interactable. We'll come up to the door. It'll pop up with a little instruction for E to interact. We'll hit the E key to interact with it, and the door will open. If we stay here, we can hit the E button again. It'll close it. But this door will stay open until we actually close it. It won't open or close based off of us leaving the volume. And then this last door is actually one that requires an additional stipulation. I don't know why it didn't do it in the right direction. But if I hit E, nothing will happen, but I will get the copper key needed in order to open the door. So if I go get the copper key, which is one of these over here, and you'll notice in the lower right-hand corner where it says keys acquired, I now have a little key icon down there for the copper key. I have two other keys that will also populate as I pick those up. Now, I only need the copper key to open this door. And when I select it, it will open just the same as the other one did. All right, so that is going to be what we're going to work on in the next several tutorials. Okay, so that's it for this kind of intro tutorial to what we're going to be working on over the next several tutorial videos. Kind of give you a heads up of what to expect. And if you don't want to learn about each one of these doors, I'm going to break them up so that each type of door has its own tutorial, so that you can kind of pick and choose what it is you're interested in, or you can just follow through with all of them. So again, if you like the tutorial, don't forget to hit the like button at the bottom. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you can watch all of these tutorials as they come out. And again, thanks for playing, and I will see you next time.